I'm okay, Dad.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again. We got a set review today for Fusion, and I have a couple of guests as we go over the list here. Go ahead and say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So we have Ryan O'Malley, Josh Gregory, and Nick Rodriguez. And like I said, well, we're gonna start with the MPs. We're gonna start with the Masteries. Go to the MPs. We'll go through, and then we'll finish off with the styled cards. Probably the most interesting stuff and the most we have to talk about is going to be with those Masteries and MPs. So I'll probably leave some timestamps in the description if you want to look for something specific. Otherwise, it's just gonna be free for all, popcorn. Say your thoughts. We'll try to keep it to like 5 minutes a card if we can help it. But probably
Jesus,
most will probably be like 2 seconds, but like the MP's Masteries, obviously, we don't want to spend too much time on one. So, sound good, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna start with the Black Manipulative Mastery. Your style attack still +1 life card damage, which is already really good. Black has always had like really low damage output cards. And then power, reveal style attack card from your hand to play it to prevent all damage from an attack instead of as an attack. And then the power, destroy top card of your life deck, gain 2 stages, banish bottom 2 cards from opponent's discard pile. I really like this thing. I think it's really good. I think this is like gonna replace protective.
I like the Mastery.
I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But
Yeah, Protective is still pretty good. Like no matter what, I wish Protective would get frozen. Like
I don't think it ever will. I don't think any Blue Mastery ever will.
Yeah.
If anything gets to ban first, it's gonna be Tag Team. It's just too powerful.
I guess.
It's just too strong.
I mean,
I like Manipulative Mastery.
Maybe not replace Protective, but it's definitely like it's going to give you options. Like if you want to control anger better, I would say Protective is still the better option. But I think,
absolutely.
And if you want to play an ally heavy deck, but like anything else, like Manipulative is looking way better.
Well, that's debatable. It's just like it's a prevent as opposed to a block. Like,
yeah,
but Manipulative is fucking cool. I don't think I'll ever play it because just black is not my style. But that's a fucking cool mastery. I like that power a lot.
I wish I get it. I get why they did the style attack +1. I wish it wasn't, only because I like TN. But I get it, and it's balanced the way that point is. I would love to put TN in this deck, but TN just doesn't fit well with it.
Oh, I just don't like the mod in general, but
I like the mod. 1 life card is all cool.
I think it works with TN really well. You get a self-mill effect on this, plus you can kill pile.
But TN has enough self-mill. Why would I want any more self-mill? There's no benefit to the self-mill. Gain 2 stages and bottom. I'm sorry, that's my only stickle about this fucking mastery is that power, destroy the top card of your life deck to gain 2 stages and banish top or bottom 2. That seems mediocre at best. Like that doesn't.
It's not bad.
Like okay, gain 2 stages, but like the rest of it, I just don't care for it. Like Vengeance Roshi probably cares for it, sure, but
I mean, discard hate is always important. It will never not be.
I just don't like.
It's pretty decent effect.
I feel like you're losing 1 card to do that. It doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, but that 1 card you lose could be an extra effect for you. Also,
I wish it would let me stack a card or rejuvenate a card or something along that line.
I don't think it needs. No, I think it's. I've played against it a little bit. I play this like it doesn't seem that great, but when you realize that like how many decks need their pile, like every MP that came out this set,
their discard away pretty quick.
Like this thing eats pile really fast, and then on top of like all the black cards that already banish from pile, which we'll see a couple of them this set that all banish from pile. Like your opponent not having a pile is huge.
Yeah, this one seems like super annoying to me. Like I feel like that's gonna wreck my shit because I love playing Boo.
Well, this mastery makes me want to play the Vengeance Roshi a little more now because it kind of has a lot more synergy.
I still think this is good with TN. I don't think like so. You can. It's just another way to self mill. You can like you knock a Time as a Warrior's Tool in your opponent's discard pile. You instantly can banish it with this mastery. You can. It lets like TN is already running pretty light. I feel on blocks, so this just helps him defend a little bit better in those turns where he doesn't draw the best.
Like if you're looking at a TN deck, you're looking at like maybe 50% of your deck is probably styled card, and of those styled cards, maybe just 50% of those remaining cards probably blocks. So you don't have a whole lot of attacks. really to use.
Well, the mod isn't. I don't even think the mod's the best. I think the mod is just there. The mod I just completely forget about when I look at this mastery. I look at the
Well, I'm
power and
saying in order to use the defensive power, you need a style of attack. And not a lot of style attacks in a black TN deck. That's what I'm saying. Like you have the one that shines the most is shoulder charge, right? Because it'd be great to stack that card.
Yeah,
and then use
I mean,
power.
you
That's
said
like the
you wanted
only
to
combo.
stack. There's shoulder charge on the defense.
Oh,
That
show me
is
another card.
pretty good though.
Show me another card I can do that. I needed 3 cards out of a 60-card deck to try and get
Well,
that
black
combo.
evasion, black shoulder charge. There's like
You
black
can just
tunnel
hold that
ball.
card forever. Oh no, you got to play it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me.
I think it's way better to give it credit for it. I'm not saying it's the
Probably.
best TN mastery. It's just it's very usable. Like this Mistress and Perceptive all work really well. Honestly, I wouldn't even say conflict per se, but conflict in a sense has synergy with TN. But I think in general this mastery is really good. Like the power that banishes, I think, very underrated at least.
And we'll get to this a little bit later when we get to blue, but I like the fact that black and blue both have destroy from the life deck effects, because that also now allows TN to kind of go into the blue category now. It's unfortunate he doesn't really have copy effects to really use the mimicry mastery a little better.
Well, that's where the we'll get to blue. We'll get to blue when we get to it. Oh, Josh, you got anything to say about the black mastery?
I have 2 things to say about the Black Mastery. One is good card is good.
Yeah.
And 2 is I feel it's fair and balanced. It's nothing crazy. It's good.
See, that's
I agree.
problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's fair and balanced. This game isn't about to be fair and balanced. I mean, look at some of these people. They're either really good side or really skewed to the bad side. There is no in between. Come on now.
I don't know.
You're either so good, you get frozen, or you're so bad no one plays you.
I can't agree with that, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that's good and not frozen.
Yeah.
And people do play it, or you wouldn't be playing the game, because everything you can't if everything's frozen.
Nope,
Yeah.
everything's frozen. Everything's OP.
There's no game, everybody. Goodbye. Good night.
There is no game. We're just making these images and stuff just to keep our lives going.
So we'll close out on this mastery. If you had to pick like 2 MPs to play this mastery in, what would you all pick for this?
Vengeance Roshi, high on that list there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I was thinking just trying to get cute, but Garlic, because Garlic likes to use more defensive tactics than anything else, and this mastery kind of helps with that whole defensive tactic.
That sounds pretty good, because this mastery is going to be real good for MPPV, because you run those 2 anger physicals, and now they're all blocking hands.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of where I think he'll shine, is in the ability to constantly take care of himself and control as long as he can. He won't. The style attacks is irrelevant because he's not really trying to dish out damage. He's too weak and puny to do anything, but he is trying to Dragon Ball out, and like that's kind of where I look at power. If that power was like destroy top 2, gain stage, or just destroy the top card of life deck to use a crit effect, I think that'd be great. That'd be perfect. Just give something else outside of that. I think the 2 stage. I get the bottom discard pile, shit like that, but I think a crit effect on there overall would have been better.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, if you had a crit effect on demand every combat, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then that makes it good. It's not balanced.
I think it is a little bit beyond good. Just a smidge.
All right, that's my input. Who's after me?
Josh,
Um,
who'd you pick?
outside of Vengeance Roshi, I don't know who I would play. Like, I honestly don't know. Like, who's gonna be OP in this mastery?
And not even necessarily like who would you want to try out in this mastery?
I mean, I really wanted to try out Awakening Gohan when I thought it was gonna work totally different.
Oh, like you
He's got the attacks in his hand were considered style.
Oh no.
and,
Yeah.
and be
Shame,
busted,
shame.
but it's not. So
Rip. Throw Wall Breaker onto your opponent on the defensive ish. That's so gross. That is one thing we like getting to use Black Swirl and like Trick Shot on the defensive is huge. I think stuff like that is huge.
Well, Black Swirl, don't you? I mean, outside of the naming, I like to use Black Swirl for its hit effect. I
I mean, I don't even care about that. I mean, yeah, the hit effect is great and all. It's just like I usually like yeah, fuck your hand.
It's a good way. Like if you're stage locked, you can be like, all right, well, I can't use this anyway.
Yeah.
Let me get that immediate effect anyway.
Well, the mastery,
even though I can't pay
that's the
for it.
thing. The mastery being able
have 2
to,
stages done.
the mastery being able to give you the stages, and then they try to stage lock you, and you just prevent it all, and then you go and throw your energy anyway.
Dig.
Yeah,
Destroys you.
that's pretty good too.
Yeah, dig, sure, but I don't know. I don't. Different conversation about unpreventable damage. I really like this thing. Ryan, who would you pick?
I don't know. I don't play black.
Right.
I'm gonna say
Don't waste
Android
it.
13 is probably good in it because it's good for MPPV, and so is he.
I still think Mischievous 13 is going to be the premier. I think Mischievous is still going to be
Yeah,
the premier
probably.
MPPV
That's just
mastery.
I don't know. I was thinking who's good at MPPV. 13
Yeah.
is, so maybe him.
We'll talk about 13 when we get to a certain color.
Oh
The
yeah,
what?
we all know. Yeah, if I had to pick anybody, yeah, Vengeance Roshi obviously looks really good with this, but I think
I'm sure Kelly Dents will give you like a 5-paragraph essay on
He
why.
absolutely would. He likes to talk about things.
Krillin will be really good with this one.
Krillin.
Yeah.
Yeah, why Krillin? Which Krillin?
I would still argue just like the Revelation stack. I
Yeah,
think he'd
new
be really
Krill.
good. Yeah, it sucks that you can't like reveal a setup or something, but like again, just having more defense with Krillin on top of like the stage game that he gets passively, and then like being able to loot power ups and stuff. Having Kamehameha to kill AT decks. Him having built-in rejuve once you start leveling, being able to use like some of those attack cards. Like Krillin kind of like really wants to level between like his level, especially when you get him to like level 2 in black with this mastery. Like it's going to be kind of like the protective decks. It's just going to be really defensive, building up setups and drills and stuff. The only issue is like you're going to have to run some anger to get to 2, unlike in blue where you can like run dominance. But being able to run like overhead blast and like concussive blast and even like those 2 anger physicals, like Krillin could do really good. I think, yeah, like MPPV seems cool in all of this. I don't think it's going to be as good as people think it is. Like revealing a knee catch, or or whatever, you're revealing like hug maneuver or dash or something to get a ally. I don't think it's quite as good as we're thinking it might be, but it's definitely something to consider. But
So you don't think
Isn't
2
Dash a
anger
hit
on
effect?
defense is good? Is that
no,
what you're
it's not
telling
that.
me?
It's not that. It's just like compared to like
Coming at you, bro.
it's no anger on board, like versus like Ascension and Mischievous have anger on board.
Sure, but
So, like,
like
overall,
it's
like-
like anger on defensive, and you just turn a whole bunch of your attacks into now a defensive anger, so you can level uninterrupted.
Yeah, that is true. That you do have
I
less
throw an
interruption.
attack.
So,
All right, I will
but-
block with that.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna prevent that, raise my anger 2, and then play
Yeah.
another one and raise my anger 2, and now I leveled, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you're orange and you have meditation.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the oppressive thing where like if you can't end combat, like you might have dumped your hand. You're like, cool, you dumped your hand in 3 actions. Now
But
what are
you leveled,
doing?
it's fine. You're trying
Yeah,
to MPVV.
it depends.
If you
It
leveled,
just-
you succeeded for the combat.
It depends on the in the matchup and everything and what deck you're playing, but it's just something to consider. But I totally feel it. I don't know. I think Krillin would be really good. I think a lot of like honestly this master is just so versatile. I think with that reveal power, and the fact that it doesn't give you anger outright is super good because this is going to be good. I think Supreme Kyle really like this too. Just for the defensive, and then Supreme Kyle will he'll mill a card, and then he'll just keep killing your opponent's pile. And so he'll like win the mirror against other Supreme Kai decks because he's just going to kill their entire pile. So. Cool. Alright, we'll go on to the next mastery. We're gonna hop into blue mastery here. The blue mimicry mastery. Your opponent can't use endurance on your copied attacks. You have 2 powers on this one, again, just like the black one. An instant power used after you perform a successful copied attack. Destroy top 2 of your life deck to draw a card. And then power, choose 3 cards in your discard pile with copy or copied in the text box and shuffle them into your life deck. Nick, what do you think?
It's
Mic
very
off.
niche. That's about all I can say. I mean, it's your opponent can't. You clearly, when you go to the MPs, you're going to see one person that literally can use this mastery. You go back to old school, I guess, Frieza level 2 and
Mic
level
on.
4 Premier. I guess the ones who can kind of use this. You have the copy drill if you're a villain.
Mic off.
I'm sure I didn't really look through all the blue cards. I'm sure there's a lot of cards in here that probably has something to do with copy or copied. But I mean, I'm just trying to understand any of those original blocks. I mean, how many attacks are you really truly copying per combat? I mean, if you get that one copied attack in, it works out perfect. Doesn't seem like it's all too bad. I don't like its instant power where you're sacrificing 2 cards to draw another. Like, you're killing yourself even further.
Yeah, they tried to make it appealing with some of the cards this set, but I don't think they quite succeeded.
Yeah, no, destroying 2 cards off the top of your life deck to draw a card, it seems a little...
And you're playing against Mish, so then you destroy another card. Let's take 4 cards out of my deck.
Yeah. And then, of course, you choose up to 3 cards, and you just go probably shuffle it back in or whatever, but if they have copies, that's... Once again, you're throwing all these cards that have copy or copied in your deck. You wind up with, like, 0 endurance and, like, just a shit ton of cards that copy attacks, and if you face a deck that doesn't throw attacks, what do you
Mic
do?
on.
I think.
Well, they give you some answers to that this set.
Whoops! I knocked that mastery off here. I just realized that. I think with the mimicry mastery, I think nobody should. I don't think you should focus on like the copied overly much. Well, I shouldn't say
How
that.
can you not?
Like,
Yeah, I was
you
gonna say, how
should.
can you not? It's literally everything in here has the word copy in it. Every
Like-
power, every constant, there's something copy or copied.
I guess I mean, I'm trying to think of like. Don't try to like make your deck rely on popping like 2 copied attacks off a turn. All you really need is like the 1.
I believe that the
Well, you
mastery
need
will
more
get
than one
better
if you want to draw.
I think it'll get better over time. I
All
think
you
this
have
is
to do
something
is
like...
land the 1. I mean, yeah, I mean right now villains are looking the best for this mastery, without a doubt. Like Boo, straight up, Cooler, Frieza. Right now, Aliens and Boo are the best because they have.
overpowering drill.
Well, yeah, there's overpowering drill, which makes it unstoppable, which is fucking amazing. And the fact that that drill can give you anger in a style that lacks like their own anger gain, huge. On top of, well, like Boo, Cooler, and I wouldn't say Frieza, but Boo and Cooler have ways to gain anger. Frieza can get some anger, but I don't really count Frieza. But
You talk about you use that one level where you just banish all your name cards, and you get to the new his
well, you can get to
premier
2.
level 2.
I'm talking about
and
anger.
Well, who cares?
So okay, well, so those 3, like Bojack too, I think could work really good with this this mastery because again he's got the alien trait. Everyone's like Bojack straight up could do really
Honestly,
good.
I just don't remember what Bojack does, so I have to look him
He
up.
just tutors level 1 is like he's just like anger and energies on every level, like anger lower or anger raise at level 1. Tutors name cards.
Yeah, here's a whole lot of raise your anger, lower their anger. So you
A lot
may
of-
destroy ally or name setup you control. If you do, this is unpreventable.
Yeah, I forgot about Bojack.
Yeah, but Bojack could be really good with this. I just think because again he's got the alien trait, he's got the life card beads, he's got energies that your opponent's gonna want to block off the bat, like his level 1 and his name cards, so it's gonna make it easier to land the copied attacks. The overpowering drill is going to be stellar with him because he wants to level.
If you can get it out.
Yeah, but
That's the problem. Like, Blue and drills are not really friends. Blue has some really good drills and just, like, no way to get them.
They really don't. I mean, besides dominance and like that one energy attack.
Yeah, Seeking Blast, which is, like, so unreliable.
Yeah.
So is dominance, for that matter.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
dominance at least does other things other than getting a drill. You know, it does.
Yeah, that's true.
Do stuff. So
I mean, I don't know. There's always dominance. I'm not saying dominance is the best, but
I mean, dominance build is so what, set 3? I mean, come on now.
Yeah,
mean-
dude, Diamond is.
I'm
I mean,
trying to think.
I played Josh earlier with a dominance build today. I mean, that worked out so well, didn't it, Josh?
Yeah, unleash or bust.
So, yeah, I think my thoughts on this mastery can be summed up by meh.
It just
Yeah.
needs a little bit more support, I think.
2.5 out of 5 mez.
I think it's still playable.
2.5 out of 5 mess.
I think it's still
Like,
very playable. Like the decks that can work with it right
It's
now
playable
are gonna
for
be
sure.
good,
There is going to be probably a few decks that can really crush, and then like that's it. for now at least, all of the mimicry decks are going to be the fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to use the cards from this set that work with the mastery because you fucking need to. And then you're going to run probably the copy blocks, maybe not. They're kind of not amazing, but
when we get to Boo, I'll like to talk more about the mastery.
Yeah, I think Boo will be good with it.
Like when we get to Boo topic, I think it's where we'll be able to talk more about Boo, the Blue mastery. We can kind of say, oh yeah, it's good because Boo does this and these blue cards
I don't
do
think
that.
Boo makes the mastery good, but I think he.
Gotenks works good with it too.
Why
Gotenks could be pretty good with it.
How does Boo not make it? I think Mimicry shines the highest with Boo only.
I don't disagree with that, but I don't think because it works with Boo, it becomes a good mastery as a whole.
Oh no!
It's just a good combo.
I think Boo.
I meant saying like when you put Boo into that mastery is super strong now. It's you compare.
It's almost like he was designed to work with it.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! That? Great.
Well, I think
it's one of those masteries MP combos. You're just like, wow, this is stupid because it's literally pigeonholed to that right off the bat.
I mean, I think what's going to be cool about Boo is Boo won't have to build the same because he has the copy thing going through his 1 through 4.
Yeah, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You know, so that'll be something which that will be interesting to see how people build mimicry after that. But
Brian, your opinion on this mastery?
I already gave it.
Yes, you did. Josh.
Big old meh.
Yeah, that's right. 2 out of 5. 2.5 out of 5. Oh no, I dropped it to 2 now, just because we're talking too much about it.
I give it a garbage rating.
Garbage. Oof. Brutal.
Damn. I mean, I'd give
it
copy blocks are a trap.
They are.
Fair enough.
I mean, and then what else do you have? Like bad attack.
Decap. And then decap.
Decap. There's the new energy that makes things copied.
Yeah.
The one that prevents
your next style attack or whatever. If you like blow up half your deck or something like that. I don't remember.
Well, you can mill yourself up to 2. You only have to do 1, and then if you do mill yourself, then your next is
if it's up to 2, I can mill myself 0, right?
You can mill yourself 0, but if you don't, then you don't get the copy effect.
To get the copy.
Oh, okay. As you can tell, I'm not reading ahead to any cards. I'm just like.
Yeah, that was just off the top of my brain. I'm adding them to the wiki right now, so I have some of them fresh in my mind.
Oh, you're the one who does the wiki, huh?
I am the one that does the wiki.
It's just not there yet.
Yeah, it needs another set or 2. Otherwise,
it's not there yet.
I think it works. It works now, but only with certain people. And
like, let's look at Tag Team, right? When Tag Team came out, it was trash in comparison to Protective.
It's still trash.
And then Resolute, calm down.
I disagree.
Jethro. Calm down. Tag Team has definitely come up in its ways. All right, I don't know if you've seen Matt Tambor's card. I mean, it kind of destroys that deck, that mastery, but it's okay because it's even better with it. Because you always get your allies out. I like Tag Team for certain reasons and niche decks, but is it going to ever top Protective? Probably not. Resolute's pretty powerful with Goku, right? Or Draku in particular. But is Resolute really using anything else? Probably not.
I don't know. I think as far as heroes using this goes, I could see Evolution. Well, okay, Evolution Vegeta, but that's not good. Vegito and Gotenks could all run this like decently, I think.
Why Gotenks?
Because Ghosts, and I think his
name cards have destroy or banished effects.
Well, they have those. They have the self mill effects, but then on top of it, I think the Kamikaze Ghost attack says search for. Oh no, I don't think it has copy in the thing. Never mind. But either way, those are when they're milled. You get an effect from them. But Gotenks' ghosts all have copy in their text box. They're in the parenthetical, so you can shuffle them back in your deck. So you can always have them back in the deck to search with the Kamikaze Ghost attack. So in Mimic,
most of it.
Where do you see copy in there?
Plus Gotenks gives you anger when you mill yourself with a mastery with this level 1, so you can get to 2, and then you just keep shuffling.
Where did the ghost say copy? Where did the ghost say copy?
You can run up to 3 copies of it in your life deck.
Where does that say that?
Or no, it doesn't say that. Fuck, am I? Let me look at. Never mind.
Yeah, there's just 3 different ghosts.
Yeah,
Never
there's 3
mind.
different ghosts. It's not Cybermen.
What am I thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking. Why the fuck did I think?
You have an illegal deck. I know it now.
Oh boy.
Mic off.
All right, maybe not.
Mic on.
Gotenks can still work, but not quite as good.
Anyone can use his mastery. Let's point out that it's blue. It's not like mimicking.
Well, no, but it's villains.
But I mean,
villains
is
are
it
still the
good?
best.
The best thing I can think of for Gotenks is if you hit with a copied attack and then you mill 2 kamikaze ghost attacks and you banish them both and then you draw 3 cards.
You just killed
I
yourself
mean-
6 cards. It's okay.
Eh,
But 3 of them went in your hand.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. Just thoughts is all.
Now, if that power was not just a discard pile, but maybe banish zone, I mean, it might be too powerful.
it would definitely.
I wouldn't
too
be a fan of that. Fuck banish zone interactions.
But here's the thing: it's copy or copied, so you're limiting. It's not like he can get his fucking Gotenks card back.
That's true.
And if you limit to style, you really whatever. But like, I don't know. It's just because if you have banish, you have to use cards or whatever, and they get gone. And this deck starts to fucking slowly dwindle itself to death because it's killing yourself 2 cards to draw a card.
Yeah. I don't know. Ultimately, if I had to
Why
get this,
doesn't it have a copy attack on it? Why doesn't it say?
because there's already like there's that drill from set 10 that can copy. There's all the copy blocks. There's decap.
Oh, drill. Hey, Ryan, can you remind me again what we say about drills earlier? In blue?
Yeah,
Recuperating
blue
drill.
and drill's not friends. Although you can grab
Krillin
the
can-
recuperating drill with blue tempo, so that's something.
That is something
is
right
true.
there.
It's not great, but it's something.
I don't know.
Tempo. I forgot about tempo.
No,
Bravo.
tempo,
Yeah,
tempo
tempo's
only
pretty
grabs
good.
setups, doesn't grab drills.
I'm pretty sure it's set up or
Grab
drills that
anything,
perform
yeah,
attacks.
triple drill that
Setups.
form attacks.
Yeah,
Come on, Scrub.
yeah, you can grab it and play it.
It says drills.
It does.
Yeah,
What?
set up or drill, perform an
Really?
attack. Play it.
I've never seen someone ever grab a drill with it. So
That's
Because
because
there is
nobody runs blue recuperating drill because mimicry mastery didn't exist.
blue recuperating drill was always good though. It's
Was
just
it always
Yeah, but
good?
nobody ran it.
most of the
Was it always
resourceful
Like
decks.
discard cards to perform copies, even though like that's literally the
I don't
constant
even
play
think
attack.
that's not
Typically,
the
is you
reason
play
why.
it.
It's because it's a drill. That's why people didn't run
Are
it.
you sure it can grab a recuperating drill? Because it doesn't have a tack thing on it.
It can perform an attack.
Yes, you can grab it.
Oh.
You 100% can.
Well, I'd give this mastery like a 4 out of 5, but the pool support for it brings it down to a 3. Like until we get another set or 2, it's going to be sitting at like 3. But
Well, I'm gonna hold you to that whatever number you just said, and I better see you make some decks with this mastery.
I'm gonna make at least like either.
I want you to play
Besides
this
Boo.
permanent power.
I want
Yeah,
to
you
do
keep
Boo.
Boo.
I can.
Nope.
Boo and Cooler for sure. Frieza, I'd argue too. Bojack,
I don't know. You said something like Gotenks.
I'd almost even say Pycon, but him not having access to overpowering drill makes it hard.
Doesn't his thing say copy on his like attack?
Yeah.
Oh, just or
Hyper
copy.
Tornado.
Of it.
Oh,
Why would you
yeah.
shuffle it
The other
away?
one.
Why would you want to shuffle it? Isn't it like rejuve itself? Or
Yeah, if you rejuve it, it gives you an anger and lowers their anger.
I forgot what.
But
it's called.
that's still neat. You can shuffle his named attack back in.
Tell you what,
Thunderflash.
I will make a deck with this Mimicry Mastery, but the only thing I see fit for it is a DB Dragon Ball deck. Because being able to shuffle your deck constantly is helpful, and then destroying cards off your deck just to send it out also helpful. So
Yeah, that could be decent.
that's about all I can think about.
TM ball deck.
TM Ball deck, here it comes. Hashtag,
Mimicry TN ball. Let's do it.
I got it. I will make that deck, and then probably lose the first game and not want to play it again.
No, there'll be some cool
Fair
combos
enough.
with it. There'll be some cool combos with this card anyway. Alrighty, so move on to the next one. Back up here. We'll go to we spent a long time on those first 2 masters, but that's
My
all right.
favorite Namekian Mastery outside of Restored, probably.
Imposing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You like this one? My only gripe with it when playing with it, like a couple times, is that you have to only grab attacks with it, but it's still really good. I think it's still really good. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's clutch in my opinion. I think.
Not having anger on it kills it though. The
Yeah,
Namekian's
well,
anger gain is
what,
so
Josh,
shitty.
what did you say earlier about a certain card?
what card?
Unleashed.
Unleashed
That-
or
that-
bust?
There you go.
That
Boom,
is
right
what you
there.
said.
That's what this mastery says in the bottom. It says unleashed or bust.
Unleash your bust.
It's right there below the mastery and disclaimer. Just
I like
don't
that
worry
it
about
You
doesn't
can do leap and
specify.
kick.
And
You
leap
can
and
do
kick.
Dragon
That's what I
Balls.
do. Leap and kick and unleash. Screw it. I don't need Dragon Balls. This mastery is trying to beat the hell out of you.
Eh.
Clearly,
Yeah, this is a beat city mastery.
It's the only
Like this-
Namekian mastery that +1s your hand outright.
yeah. So I mean, it's to me. I like the master. I like the ability to be able to take an attack to my hand after I rejuvenate it. Because it's might as well just, and it's selective. It's not like, oh, the bottom card is an attack, you may take it to your hand, that bullshit. I get to choose what I want to rejuvenate, and I can grab it instead. That's powerful.
So I'm just going to read it off real quick, and not that people can't read it, that maybe watch this, but use when you would rejuvenate a styled attack card during combat, you may place it into your hand instead. That's an instant power. And then it has a second power, shuffle the top and bottom cards of discard power under your life deck. It would have been cool to have seen this guy to constant like all the other masteries, but every other mastery this set is just overloaded with shit, I think. Whereas this one's just super plain and simple.
Now, what kind
Simple
of
but
concept would you
strong.
give it? Like, you get a modifier that makes it no different than something like Enlightened, and it makes it more powerful in that aspect.
Yeah, this would be a better Enlightened if it had a mod. Enlightened's got some. Well, we'll talk about the Mechan cards this set, but the Enlightened and this Mastery both got a little bit of support this set too from their card pool. But there's not a lot of cards that like selectively let you choose a card out of the pile. Like every one of them, there's very few of them, and most of them are just like flat up Rejuve top 2 or something like that.
That can be more than enough, though.
Yeah, it's just like
If you've ever played Ruthless, like the top card is often plenty.
It depends. I mean, it's more disruptible.
Ruthless Glass TN. Oh.
Did you say Ruthless Black TN?
Glass.
Oh, Glass Cannon?
Yeah.
Glass Cannon.
No. I don't know. Yeah, I think. Well, who would you guys? I suppose I forgot to ask for that last one, but we kind of all stated it outright.
Yeah.
But like, Ryan, who would you pick to play with this Mastery?
Probably New Gohan, because they literally made him. But also Piccolo is probably pretty dope.
Why Piccolo?
Why Piccolo? Because he's good at beats. The new stack, set 10.
Yeah, why this over like Enlightened though? Or Knowledge where you get better anger?
Purely because I think it's cooler. Plus, he already can generate some pretty decent hand advantage. So if you're able to just keep adding to that, that's pretty dope. That's all I got.
Josh, who would you pick?
I haven't put a ton of thought into it.
Same, obviously. New Gohan, just because clearly they go together. I don't know, because for a Beats Mastery, I'm playing Enlightened. I'm not playing Imposing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a really tempo-y Mastery.
Let's just say I don't know. I'm gonna say Kami, just because I don't give a fuck.
Kami's like straight up the best person I can think of to go with this.
See, look at that. Don't even care. Got it right.
Nick, who would you play?
I would say Gohan. I think that's probably
which stack, the new one or
the new one? Obviously,
yeah.
the one that's
New
clearly
Gohan
evident
was
that
like made for this.
This is his Mastery, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
the issue is you got to level, and it's not as easy as you think with this Mastery.
Whoa,
Like you have to
Unleashed,
get
but it's
all
pretty
these-
easy with New Gohan.
yeah.
I don't think so.
You got 600.
I played a couple of games with him, and it was like not having like any outright anger cards. Like even with the constant on his level 1, I got to 2, but then getting off of 2 is like.
Did you have Unleashed and Leaping Kicks?
I had Unleashed and I had Backlash. I didn't have Leaping Kick.
Oh,
Well, there you
yeah,
go.
you even got Backlash. What the fuck? You got 9 auto levelers.
Clash of Wills.
I mean, yeah.
There you go.
If you want to get real.
I don't know.
Yo,
The biggest issue.
Real talk, though?
Biggest
Real talk,
issue.
though, this new Gohan with Resourceful sounds pretty saucy.
Yeah, Resourceful was something. Adept and Resourceful are what I was looking at.
Bro, you'll never shine Resourceful, dude.
We'll get to Gohan when we get to Gohan, but my biggest issue with this Mastery, with like anyone, is like you have to have a pile, and with Gohan, he's rejuvenating so much on his early levels, like you're not gonna really you don't, and like on top of that, making card pool, like you have to be able to rejuvenate cards to make advantage or take advantage of like putting the card in your hand. Well, when you rejuvenate it, you don't get.
Well,
the
if your
cards
opponent is playing the game, then they're probably
They're
doing that for
NPV.
you.
If they're
If you're
NPV or
a
Evolve.
proper Namekian player, you're probably going to take a couple of hits because you need that discard pile as a resource.
Well, if you're playing against stage beats and you're playing Gohan new stack,
If
for
you're playing
example,
against stage beats, you might not lose some cards, but like you're still playing cards.
No, I know, but I'm saying is like you're naturally rejuvenating and you rejuve so much that like you're not always gonna have them in there. And if they play any pile hate, like the new Black Mastery or like Dev Blow, even just Dev Blow, like makes it a real pain in the ass to actually like get anything good. Like I was still getting cards with Gohan, but there are turns where I'm like, oh, I have like 8 cards in pile, none of them are attacks. Or like, oh, it's a non-installed card or
Sounds
something.
like you didn't build a great deck. If you have 8 cards in there, none of them are attacks.
Well, they get banished. Or they get rejuvenated already.
I feel like I have 8. I would have like 8 non-attack cards in the deck. Period.
I don't know. That's just my. I mean, I've played a couple of games, and that was my experience. Like the pile, it's a good mastery in a world where pile hate doesn't exist as much as it does now. And it's like between for my testing that I've done for set 13, like prior to set release, like the Black Manipulative Mastery, I was like really impressed by it because of how much it changed the matchup in a lot of the games I saw it played when I watched spectated some people and then just like playing against it. I was like, yo, I don't have a fucking pile. So
My other choice, I think, that would work well with it is I'm still in defenses with them, but I think Slug and Cell.
Slug, yes.
Slug 3 with that power is pretty cool.
Slug.
Being able to just he has more auto levelers in his deck with that, right? Because you have the generation or whatever the fuck it is. He has his attack card that can gain him some anger. I think he's pretty much well rounded for that as well. And then Cell, obviously, because he's Cell, and I'm talking about the newer Cell, not the Awakening Cell.
Yeah,
because he has the anger, he has the ability to control the allies, because that's what physical beats suffer from is allies, right? They put too many out there, you can't get enough damage through. So he can take care of that inherently, kind of milling them along the way. And then, of course, he has access to auto levers as well for his training attack. More ability to get up there in that stage 3 where you're throwing an AT6 and milling them for 5. You know, that's kind of where I see it.
I could even see Cell just running Perfection too, just to go grab Leaping Kick and then yeet the Dragon Balls out of his deck just to fly up.
Yeah, you could.
Because like Cell getting to 4 in this master is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I think, because then you could just get like Aerial Knee and like cherry pick your pile and hybrid every turn, cherry pick your pile.
Yeah, that could be pretty good.
So those are the 3, I guess. I didn't know you should ask for 2, but I think Cell and Slug were kind of close for the second place for me when it came to this mastery. I like Nail, but Nail requires his Dragon Ball on 3 and 4 to do any extra stuff, so it doesn't seem like he'd work well with this. I think Enlighten was probably more of a shtick.
Well, Nail would never be able to level in this mastery.
Yeah, I agree.
Nail can't level anything
Exactly.
without auto leveler, so.
Poor Nail.
Nail, yeah, he needed anger on his levels.
That new level 1 literally was better than his old level 1, but it literally does nothing for him.
Yeah.
I'm like, poor Nail.
Yeah. Bummer. What do you guys rate the mastery out of 5?
I give it a nice 3.5 mez out of 5. It's not outstanding. It's not like, whoa, this is fucking good.
It's no knowledge mastery.
Like, this is not bad. This isn't bad. It's above average because of its selection. That's pretty much all it's all I think it has worked for is that instant power. Like literally, this mastery has just that instant power. You can say it has the other power or shuffles top and bottom, but it's whatever.
that other power is pretty good.
It's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying really the imposing mastery is just shining from that instant power.
Yeah, that's definitely the bread and butter. But
like that's all I see when I see this mastery. Yeah, I'm not gonna not use the other power, but I'm not gonna build the deck and be like, oh, this second power is gonna be this crucial in my fights. No, it's gonna heal me 2 cards of combat, and that's about it.
it can be crucial if you're like
Shuffling your
to
deck,
make
man.
sure you
Same
choose
reason
the right card.
Same reason I like Mimicry, the shuffle. In the ball style of all things.
Yeah, well, I'm playing Leaping Kicks, man. I don't give a shit about the.
Josh, what do you think?
I give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, if I'm gonna play beats, I'm gonna go enlightened. So this would strike me, for me, as more of like a mid-range E mastery. So it's like
Really, I thought Enlighten was more mid-range because you had the ability to, make a block out of a Dragon Ball.
I mean,
I'd say that's more just hyper aggro. Masteries just filter your hand to get you going, so your shit's not dead when you draw it.
+1 masteries can be beat down masteries, okay?
Ryan, what do you think? What do you give it?
Yeah, I think I agree. Like 3 out of 5. Like in my heart, I want to give it a 4 just because I really like it. But like for like what it's actually doing for you, like 3 out of 5 sounds right.
Yeah, that's what I said. 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Above average, just slightly above average.
I'd give it 3 mainly because I just don't feel like there's quite enough cards directly in the pile that like fully maximize the utility of it. That like there are a few more selective rejuve cards that like picked attacks, which at this point the only selective ones I can think of are hybrid. That's the only one outside of an MP power that I can think of that's selectively.
Well, there's a new one.
There's that there's that new one. The headlock card, which we'll get to. That one's really good.
That's a really good attack.
That card, that's almost like in territory like this almost shouldn't have been made, but
I don't know if I agree with that.
I wouldn't necessarily maybe shouldn't be made, but it's like a little too good.
I don't think so.
Which card?
We'll get
Headlock.
We'll get to it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think 3 out of 5. Oh, I know we didn't ask for Black Master, but out of the 3 so far, the Black, the Namekian, and the blue one, which one do you think's the best?
Black.
Yep, black.
That's where I would go to.
I mean,
It has more versatility because it's got more people that can use it. That's kind of where I'm going from. I don't think the Namekian or Saiyan will ever be. I mean, granted, Oppressive was pretty powerful when it first dropped, but I don't think they'll ever be like.
Empowered was nuts.
Will ever be like, oh, it's so big because your amount of people you can use is kind of limited. Whereas these other masters can kind of shine more because they have all these access, these MPs to use.
I'm not even saying I'm just saying in general which out of you. I understand there's like limitations to like the Namekian Saiyan, but like still I think the black one is still the clear winner out of the 3.
Oh, I like the Namekian one the best because I might actually use it. I don't play blue or black, so.
All right, we'll bump on to the next one.
Oh, don't ask Josh. It's okay.
Fuck
That's
you,
the
Josh.
favorite one. What?
No,
I already said how I feel.
I know, he already said he liked it, so. Alright,
3 out of 5.
Orange Energetic Mastery.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Start of your opponent's first turn, you just search for a styled, non-constant drawn place to play. You have the instant power. After you perform a successful attack, you gain 3 stages, raise your anger 1. Then you got another power. Discard a card from your hand to perform a styled energy attack, dealing 4 life cards of damage. Doesn't cost a thing. And if you discard a style card to do it, you raise or lower a player's anger 1. This mastery is really good.
Orange Krillin is back.
Oh, get out of here!
I think orange anything really is gonna like this. Like any orange beats deck is gonna love this mastery.
Orange Krillin.
It doesn't matter because Energetic Vegito just beats everything. So.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh man, Orange Krillin has access to all those good cards, like the Energetic Dev Blow itself. I mean, come on, dude, get with it.
I mean, obviously Vegito's really good with it, but like,
I mean, Orange itself has anti-anger in it with like 18 different cards.
I think
as well
I think the best part about this is that it turns any attack into an anger gain in a stage gain. Like you have so many 2 anger cards in orange that are now 3 anger cards because of this. Potentially like 4 or 5 anger if they're like an energy and you got the drill set up out with like exam drill, and like if you have exam drill and like captivity draw it, you pop an orange rage, it's an auto level.
Yep.
It's fucking silly.
Like if they made a red sacrifice and orange, probably never play red ever again.
I don't even think they need red sacrifice. Like they're already orange. Orange is just like every orange card this set on top of the mastery is just stellar.
I'm just surprised. Is anyone else surprised that they didn't say discard a card from your hand with foreign style energy attack. If you discarded a drill, you may place it into play, gain yourself an anger or some bullshit like that.
That's Vegito.
That's what I thought it would have said.
I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's OP, but damn, is it really good. Like, Orange 18, Orange Krillin. Like, think about all the modifiers that, like, all these orange decks got in the last, like, set or two, like, with energy charge and all this shit. Like, orange energy is looking fucking fine. Like, yeah, the biggest, I think, thing is, like, yeah, you're gonna lose all your drills, but, like, this is where Vegito comes in, like, keeping his drills so long off level 1. Like, that's gonna be silly. Like, watching him build, like, 3, 4, 5 drills as he chain levels from level 1.
Pretty silly.
Krillin will like this. 18 will like this. Yamcha, like, every energy MP in the game will like this. Broly, Bojack, Kid Trunks. Yeah, Kid Trunks getting to grab Quickness Draw right off the bat.
So good.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
So good.
So good. Honestly, I don't even think energy MPs are going to be the only ones using this mastery. Like, the energy.
No, definitely not. I was just gonna say, like, this is pretty good for physical beats too.
Yeah.
Android 13.
Like, mostly because of, like, the instant power is just going to be so good. Like, a lot of the.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, let me just get that extra anger.
And, like, MPPV, energy physical are all going to like this. Even, like,
Yeah,
the decks that are, like, mid-range, like, even almost control orange is going to really like this because you get the hand filter and you get the free stage and energy, like, and it, at worst, you have a little bit of opponent's anger control from the discard, like, every turn being able to throw an energy for free.
If you use energetic mastery, right, you're playing 13, you literally don't have to use a single card from your hand to get the first level, because you just get prying drill out. You use it, you throw an attack, you throw your level 1 power. If they don't block it, that's 3 anger from his level 1, and then followed by the energetic mastery. That right there, that's just done. I don't even need to use any other card in my hand. I have 4 cards still in my hand. Not a single thing was used besides what was on the field. Auto level right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hot damn.
Yeah, this mastery is.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Who would I guess we'll just get into. I'm gonna give this mastery a 5 out of. Well, fuck. I want to give it a 5 out of 5. Honestly, I don't think it could get any better than
4.9. 4.9.
Like,
I give it a 4.
It ain't retribution, but
yeah, you know what? It'd be a 5 out of 5 if it shuffled the drills back in or protected them when you leveled. But it's for sure like a 4.5 to me. I think it's as good as it gets with being balanced.
I mean, we all knew this was happening, right? Joey and his Joey and his orange cards. Coming, right? Like, oh, retribution's gone. Whoa, what are we gonna do? We'll just make a faux energy. We'll make a faux retribution mastery.
Yeah,
I don't really see the comparisons there, aside from the fact that they both did anger.
So,
retribution was way crazier.
Oh, yeah, it definitely had it.
The retribution was better anger mastery, without a doubt, but this one is better beats.
I mean, retribution was a better everything mastery.
Shuffle the drills away.
It was
keep
good.
them alive.
It tutored you drills, and then it tutored you more drills. It made your attacks free. It gave you 2 anger immediately, right there, right then.
But since Retribution's been frozen, we've added and even this set we added 2 more drill searchers to the already dozen plus cards that can drill search plus the MPs. I think the drill search on Retribution isn't even needed now with how much drill search there is in Orange.
But
I mean, it's pretty convenient to just get the drill when you level, though.
Yeah, level up, shuffle all the drills away. Oh, let me just bring it back out.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's still good. I'm just saying I don't even think we need it.
I mean,
don't need anything.
No, that's why we never needed it. That's why Retribution got frozen. Shit was too good.
Well, for as topic goes, I know we're gonna probably jump in that soon with MPs, and my automatic thought is just 13 and Krillin. New Krillin. Yeah, those are the top 2.
Josh, Ryan, what would you play?
Fat Boo.
Really?
Really,
Interesting.
because it brings all the anger that I wish I had in Adept. Because Adept Boo is really good if you can get off one,
Yeah, the anger in Adept Boost sucks.
but I can't always get off one. And when I'm on one for like 3 combats, I probably lost that game.
I think my biggest mistake when I made that deck is I didn't quite throw enough anger in there, and it's like after I played it at like down in Kenosha a few months ago, it was like, damn, I needed more anger, so I just like threw a bunch of cards, just took some cards out and just threw a bunch of cards with anger because you need it so bad. But
Yeah, Boo needs to level. Well,
Josh,
old Boo needs to level.
what do you think, Josh?
I would say Kid Trunks and Vegito. I mean,
Yeah, Vegito too, obviously.
I'm not trying to be obvious here. I mean, Vegito.
I actually really like Hirojita. Looking at it,
Why?
I don't believe you.
because same reasons like Retribution Vegeta was pretty good. Vegeta gets you can throw any attack you want with Vegeta now, and you get the stages instantly, and you don't have to worry about
Oh,
like
do you mean free Jita?
Yeah, he said.
Oh,
the
okay,
other
yeah.
one.
I'm on board again. I
Oh,
was
no.
like, what are you talking
That's
about?
my evolution Vegeta, the one that was like really bad. You can't use his power with this mastery.
I mean, you can. You still get the energy. You just don't get the anger.
Yeah, you just won't get the anger.
Fuck it, who cares? That's not why you're doing it. I don't like
Yeah.
that card.
Um,
Use Vegito.
like
You're gonna play Hero Evo Vegeta. You might as well just play Vegito.
don't get me wrong. I definitely want to try energetic Vegito because that looks like it's gonna be super fun. But excuse me, I got the hiccups.
there's gonna be plenty of good energetic
Yeah.
decks, but
Honestly.
there's gonna be one better energetic deck.
Energetic Trunks and Vegeta, like
Krillin.
just take the Retribution builds and throw them in energetic, and they're almost like they're very similar, except they have way better survival, I think. Now with energetic.
Well, energetic's here.
It's good.
Good.
It's good. Alright, we'll move on to the next tier. We're almost done with the Masters. Damn, we've been talking a lot about the Masters. The Masters are all just super interesting. We've got 2 more Masters left. We're going to go to the Red Commanding Mastery.
Skip it.
Press F.
This one shouldn't take too long.
Yeah,
My
man.
F to pay respects on this one.
My mastery. They butchered my poor boy.
Look
What
how
have
they
done
did,
to
my
him?
poor boy. You know, this is a mastery in the same line of like mimicry. It needs a little bit more support to like play with like directly play with like all of your pile or bottom of pile.
I'm tired of Red getting shit on every set. Like
Amp was really fucking good. Still my favorite mastery in the game.
I'm
Amp
just
is
tired.
okay.
They just.
It's not every set.
Red has got good
Also-
cards. The problem is they're all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I like almost all the cards that we got for red this set.
They also don't have any endurance. Like Red, no endurance, all over the place. It can do everything, but damn, it's just fucking fragile. It feels like.
Yeah.
Like I like that new card that's like a free energy and does like some sort of hit effect. That was cool and all, but like
Oh, dude.
That card's so good.
like you put some mods on that bitch, the thing's gonna be smacking for fucking decent shit. But I don't know. Like I see commanding. Commanding was so promising when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I liked the ability that there was finally a discard outlet in the Red Mastery because you had these cards that were there since set 2, and nothing happened to them. You know, like what happened to this discard cards? What happened to all this stuff? You can't do it without enraged.
Yeah.
And you just fade into distance. Now you can use them, but now they kind of they gave a little cool effect on it, and now they changed that stupid continuous mastery, continuous aspect of it to just damn near be shit. You can't use it on anything besides attacks, which is dumb.
Mic on.
I think I'm just gonna read it real quick again, like everyone. Your style, constant power, your style energy attacks deal +1 life credit damage. After one of your attacks lowers your anger, raise your anger 1. Instant power, when an MP changes levels from one of your styled cards or effects to use a crit effect. And then power, discard a styled card from your hand. If you do, and the bottom cards of your discard pile is an attack, you can play it. I think I remember when it came out, and everyone was like, it doesn't even need the people were worried about it being too strong with the modifier, and also it had a different constant effect. It used to like -1 on all of your anger costs, and now it only does it after you've paid anger already from an attack only, which is just huge. Like we lost red stop, red forward stance, drill, red stomach dive, red
Yeah.
club. Like
I like that they made it that you have to have the anger to pay, but then they were just like, oh, also you can only do it on your attacks. It's like, okay, so it's useless now.
They took it way too far.
Yeah.
I get the aspect of needing the anger first before you do it. Okay.
I think that was a good fix. And then they were just like, also, you can't use it on anything cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
you know all these attacks? Yeah, that's about all you can do.
You can still use it like the cards that were like already being looked at because of this mastery, like Heating Beam, Heel Kick, the new card. I mean, Heating Beam was already kind of like, well, if it's free, I guess I can play it finally, because it was always like
exactly
pretty weak. But it was, it was looking better with like Red Reverse being a thing. The constant on this, I mean, making it like a 6-lifer for 1 in a draw, like that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
So I think that card's still good. Heel Kick is always going to be good. But yeah, it's definitely a lot weaker. Like losing forward stance drill and this, I think the biggest thing was like stomach dive on every attack was going to be kind of in club if you got those attached. Like that was going to be a little bit silly. Like getting rid of those things off somebody when they're attached was going to be difficult. Like stomach dive isn't too hard to knock off, but like with club going on, like if you don't have dig going or something, like it's
unpreventable damage isn't that hard to come across.
It is and it isn't. Like every style has some form of it. And a couple of them, like orange and red, both have cards.
And everyone has dig, so
everyone does have dig. Either way.
To quote the man himself, I don't think endurance is that important in this game because there's so much unpreventable. That's Joey DiCarlo.
That was straight up. That was straight up what Joey told me. Yeah, on
What? When did he say that?
That was a conversation.
I did an interview with him for Deck Daddies. Shameless plug if anyone wants to go watch it with Joey and Alex Stewart. And that was what Joey said. He's like, yo, endurance don't fucking matter. Like, it does, but he's like, I don't throw cards in because they got endurance. I throw them in because they're good. He's like...
Yeah, he was like, specifically, it was like, if I'm like comparing two effects and like one has a better effect and one has endurance, I'm going to go with the better effect because there's so many ways to just have unpreventable damage that like it's not worth getting rid of value for something that your opponent's just going to ignore.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I totally... understand. I've definitely started to come off from like stacking endurance. I used to always love stacking endurance. I still do to quite a bit of an extent.
It's still a good idea to have like a good amount of endurance, but like like basically, I kind of agree with Joey where it's like there gets to a point where you're like, how much value are you willing to give up to just like watch that endurance flip as you take unpreventable damage? You're just like, I wish I could use that.
Well, it's like. Yeah, it's like running Red Escape or not running Red Escape. It's like, oh damn, I really want and Blocking Hand. You know, those are fire extremes of like cards that I think always get ran for the most part. But like, there's times where you might be like, shit, I have fucking 5 endurance in my deck. What do I start cutting to make endurance? Do I need endurance? You know, and as someone that used to love Red and Rage in the first few sets of the game, like playing with no endurance sucks. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't go so far as to say like don't bother running any endurance, but
yeah.
Just play Android 16, all right? Then all your cards have endurance.
See, you laugh, but I'm going to.
Hey, I'm not laughing. I like Android 16. I've been trying to work with him, and I think Manipulative might be great for him.
Amplified, dog. Camp 1.
Manipulative could be
Why? Why would you want to Camp 1?
Because that FanZ level 1 is dope.
Isn't it level 2?
No, it's level 1. The anger or
doesn't he have a level
physical for some life? Razor lower a player's anger 2 levels and rejuvenate a alignment card. You play it in red. Rejuvenate red leap. It's dope.
Yeah, 18's still better.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
No, that's my
18
problem with
can't run stare down and confrontation, loser.
Exactly.
Okay?
Not that I run either, but
my entire hand was all stare down the confrontations. I'm knocking out 2 cards of your deck.
So we'll hop back on the commanding mastery.
Oh, right.
Where do you guys? Yeah, I know. Where do you guys rate it out of 5?
1 out of 5.
Ooh.
I give it pretty low. Yeah, I love red. I love red, and I've been finding it harder and harder to keep playing red when my style of play doesn't work with any of these masters anymore. It just doesn't work at all. So I like the discard outlet. I like the instant effect, but I guess if I'm playing a mastery without it, I guess
I don't even love the instant effect because it's not going to be easy to level in this mastery.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm still like a dog in his old ways kind of thing. I love sacrifice. I like restraint. I like the ability to discard cards and get advantage over it.
Oh yeah, and you're definitely going to run those with this mastery for sure. But
that's value. Like Joey said, I will run those. I don't have endurance, but I've always ran those cards.
Remember the problem with mimicry where we're like no endurance? Well, what are all the discard effect cards? Like all two of them that you have to not only draw, but then they don't have endurance, and they don't give you any immediate like good effects. They're just a blank stop. So they're good if you see them and you're gonna discard them, but like if your pile's not set up, they're fucking useless. Like you get nothing. All you're doing is discarding them, and now you're losing a block and a card out of your hand for nothing. And with like the lack of ability to set up your pile, like
the card's good.
It's not good enough of a
the
gimmick.
idea is that it gets better with the mastery. That I don't think it's supposed to be like, oh, this is really good right off the bat.
Well, I know what I'm saying is like the inconsistency of like if you might not even get an attack from it, like the fact that you can't really control your pile that well with this mastery.
Yeah. Supreme Kai.
Supreme Kai is like the best with this because he's got so much pile maneuvering.
But he has no anger innate.
Supreme Kai doesn't need to level though. Supreme Kai just wants to.
Yeah, you don't want to level Supreme Kai.
I know, but I like leveling.
That's why people thought Supreme Kai was so bad because his level 3 is like insanely broken, and everybody's like, "Well, I got to get to that level 3," and then you just like, "Oh no, his level 1 is just like regular broken."
Yeah. It's boring.
I thought
about
to play. I played Ruthless Supreme Kai Ball Victory, and now I'm like, well, I can just do commanding because it's kind of one and the same.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. You lose.
I don't have access to that instant anymore, but like if I would somehow manage to level them or de-level them, I guess with Ball 2, I guess I get access to steal another ball.
You do get a crit.
Now I think it says styled cards or effects. Now is that styled cards and styled effects, or just overall effects in general?
I think it's.
Oh, did that's what I was wondering. On style?
I think it's still.
Use one of your styled cards, or
That's what I was wondering. I was like, does Ball 2 and Dig still work or not? I kind of think it still does, but
no, they don't.
It's styled for effects.
It's got to be styled. So Dig doesn't work anymore. Ball 2 wouldn't work.
Damn, I was gonna come back and give this mastery a better rating. I was gonna give you like, I'll give it a 3. I think it's got a lot of potential. Now I'm just looking at it, I'm like, wow, this mastery fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man.
pretty really.
The best part to me now is the life card mod.
I like that Dendoku card.
Yeah, that's a nice image.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that eventually.
It's my favorite. I was really hoping that would be an MP at some point, but I guess not.
Man, this mastery.
Or something.
Yeah, they really nuked this one from orbit. They were just like, oh man, this is like a little bit too good. Let's ruin it.
I don't know why they
the fuck out of it. Like there was nothing left of it.
I don't know why they hit 2 of its effects. Like the crit wasn't even that great anyway.
No, it was like pretty good. Like
I get why they did it. They didn't want you to get ball 2 by your opponent and instantly take the ball 2 back. Cool, but like.
Well, that wouldn't be your effect. Like if your opponent ball 2s you, like you can't use the crit.
Well, it was when your MP changes levels before.
No, it was when a MP changes levels from one of your effects.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that.
I'm pretty certain I saw people talking about like, yeah, you get ball 2 and you just instantly take it back.
No, you could red bribe ball 2, which I think you still can because that's a styled effect. But you like bribe their ball 2, and then you lower them a level and crit ball 2.
I'd have to go look. Either way, yeah, this thing just got. It's still playable. It needs a lot of support with like all the cards that like actually affect pile. Like there's just not enough. Like there's not consistently like a good immediate effect other than.
It reminds me of that one fucking card that Ruthless had. It's like, oh, it's attack or it's a block, one of the two or both. It's like, oh, rearrange top 5, but it didn't banish after use, so it didn't really fucking matter.
Yeah. You're just like, oh great, let me set myself up and then do nothing with it.
I think it was a block. It's like,
It was a block, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much that one block that we have now. It's like rearranged the bottom 5. But guess what? It doesn't need to banish itself.
Yeah,
It's
there's
commanding
Yeah.
the bottom
I know
anyway.
the physical. Yeah, what a bummer. Yeah, this mastery got hit a little hard, and there's just not enough pile support to make it consistent.
I'm gonna go on Facebook and make a rip post about commanding.
I think
Yeah.
I think Supreme Kai, Goku, Majin Vegeta could all use it pretty decently, but why would they run those red
Yeah.
masteries? Like Supreme Kai, I could see, but Goku maybe. Vegeta though, like why would he run this over Ruthless?
Yeah,
if he's gonna
Vegeta
go-
would rather be in Ruthless.
And like if you want to go a better anger game, like with red, you're just better off going Ascension. So it comes down to like the energy beats MPs. Like why? Like would Yamcha run this? Would 18 run this? Maybe.
They could, and I'm sure it would be fine, but I think like Amp or Ascension would still be better.
Yeah, those having consistent anger gain, consistent stages on the Amp mastery. The -1 cost on Amp is huge. Like those are still better. Like this thing.
I don't.
Hey, remember
I
when
don't
people
mastery.
outraged about that mastery and they worded it a little better, but they didn't fucking nuke it?
It was super.
don't
Which
know.
one? Amp.
Amp.
Nope.
And it's like, oh, you can literally all your 1-stage attacks initially would now be free, but then they worded it to where it couldn't be the one to bring it down to 0.
Yeah, that was dumb.
But it was fine because it still worked. Because if you had 18, 18 can bring it down to 0, but the mastery would.
Yeah. Yeah, this mastery
the
just
mastery-
got hit too hard.
Yeah, it gets a 1.
I guess I don't want to rate it. It's like one of those movies you watch where like I'd give it a 1 star because I can't get lower than 1 star.
Damn.
If there was one MP I would have picked to play with this, it would have been Goku. Like just because discard pile and all that jazz, but like Unleashed and Kaioken don't even work anymore with the instant. So
Yeah.
Yeah. This one just got.
it's meh.
This one needs like another set of like cards that like let you range pile.
No, they need to take out some of these words like attacks and styled cards or effects.
Yeah.
And then
I
guess
think
what?
they
You're
just
fine.
they just
They went too
overcorrected
far.
on something that was a little bit too good.
Like they had an essay and they had to just proofread it, and they ended up making a whole new essay. That's what it was.
Yeah, they were just like, hold on.
Fuck this. Scrap this. Redo it. Like, whoa, you're just fine. You just had a couple of spelling errors. Now you just fucking changed it entirely.
And then we compare that to our next mastery. I think that's the next
the
one.
final mastery. So
I hate Sand.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's giving this like a 1 or 2. I'd give this a 2 right now. I think with some more support, it could be a decent mastery, but it's like literally there's only like a handful of MPs that's usable, and there's outside of like Supreme Kai, I still think there's better masteries for those MPs. So
I just don't know what its purpose is anymore.
yeah, it's too all over the place. The energy mod's wonky. The shitty nerfed anger resource is wonky. The changing levels things with the crit is really weird. And then
Well, even
the discard effect is like cool, but there's not enough cards. There's more cards than like orange and blue now that have discard effects than red. So
even like the life deck cards that they reveal, like the red cards never have a theme. They're like just all over the place. Like this one has an effect, for a god, and it's like this one does something completely different. Like there's never like a uniform like.
That's what I'm saying. Reds get shafted every set. Like there's nothing.
it just
You can't tie a set to any of the one card, right? It's like, oh, Amp came out. Well, this set came out with like 2 cards for Amp, 2 cards for Ascension, 2 cards for Ruthless, and it's like, oh, well, we didn't really get a focus point here. And then the next set comes out, like we're gonna give them each 1 card,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna give each 1 card again. His new match is gonna come out. We're gonna give him 1 card. It's like, well, you're not really building up anything on red. You're still scattered throughout the whole entire thing.
I think Red Ball and Red Ruthless have the best support, but Red Energy I think has got enough. Finally.
Where's the ball aspect? There is no ball aspect on any.
Bribe and all the crits.
No, I'm saying in the masteries, like commanding kind of gives you that ball aspect, so to speak. But that's about it, which is kind of why I like it, because my style was always red DB.
How does it give you ball?
Well, because you get the crit effect if you can lower them with the red bribe or something. I guess. Or if you hit them with that whatchamacallit, with that one physical attack where it lowers both MPs.
Hit him again, Johnny.
Jump kick. I love that card.
Jump kick's cool,
So,
but I never want to
you
run
know-
it in any of the decks that I play Ruthless. Crazy.
It's camp 1. It's like the shit.
Hey,
It's-
Because you don't
It's
have
a
to lower
Turles-
yourself
it's a
to lower
Turles
them. It's just
card.
lower both.
yeah.
It's a Turles and like Goku card, but all right, we're done with this mastery. I'm sorry.
We're
It was
physically and
looking.
literally
I
done.
was super excited. I thought it was the best one revealed when it was pre-nerf, but now it's the worst
Yeah,
one.
big sad.
I think it's near the
Sad
worst.
panda.
So final mastery. Oh man, this thing is good. Sane Enhanced Mastery. Whenever you perform an attack, you may destroy the top card of each player's life deck. Whenever one of your styled effects destroys a non-Dragon Ball card or cards from your opponent's life deck, you may banish them instead. And then power, choose up to 2 styled shield or sword cards in your pile and rejuvenate them. You may raise a player's anger 1.
I still don't like the banish aspect on it. I think it's a little too strong, but whatever.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate this mastery.
I hate the
I'm glad it's only. I'm glad that it only destroys off the mastery itself now, and not like. I'm glad that like Ball 7 and Cell don't work with it, and like Bardock. I think that was gonna be really annoying.
Yeah, I don't think they did
It's
enough
definitely
for that
down.
banishment.
I'm surprised it stayed on there. Like as
Why does it have
is.
banish? Why is it banishing? I don't see perceptive, or I don't see fucking manipulative, or any other destroy cards off opponent's life deck banish them. Why does this one get the banish?
Yeah, this.
Why
I
does
hate this
Stain get the
mastery.
I
banish?
do.
No tanks named cards work if they get banished. Probably literally the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one
But
where
you don't banish your own cards. You only banish their cards.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. I would have.
If you want to do that, Ascension, boom, he works in Ascension. There you go. Okay, cool. But like saying enhancement, why does it have to banish your opponent's cards? You just talked about earlier where banish pile, manipulation is kind of hard as it is,
It's
and
because they only want to make Saiyan masteries that I refuse to play against. This is going right on the auto scoop pile. If you pull out oppressive against me, I scoop. I don't want to play against that. You pull out this against me, I scoop. I don't want to play against that. I don't care.
I hate Saiyan. I
love
never
Saiyan.
liked Saiyan. Like the only Saiyan deck I've ever played was literally Saiyan Raditz. That's because I love the theme that he had.
I like
that was
Saiyan. I
that
just
was
like
the only
Saiyan
reason.
Broly. Saiyan Broly is like what
Dude,
I don't like.
Saiyan's
love Saiyan.
fine. I hate the masteries that have come out for FanZ.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
this one kept the constant banish. Otherwise, the rest of it I get. I'm glad that it has some anger on it. The rejuvenation, I don't even think it needed the rejuve part, to be completely honest.
No.
Like, this one is like, if it was just the constant. I don't know. I would have liked, like, every time you destroy off the top of your opponent's life deck, raise your anger 1. Would have been cool. And then, if like, instead of the banish, like, they just, like, let you, every time you could mill every attack, so essentially every attack can give you an anger. That would have been cool. I don't think that would have been too busted.
Isn't that kind of like oppressive with skipping though? Well, I'm gonna throw an attack, automatically gain an anger, destroys. Because when I perform an attack, it destroys the card off the top of your deck. Make Go Tanks, isn't that what Go Tanks does?
I mean,
Level 1 or something?
I'm trying to, I guess, I'm trying to think of compared to, like, red or, like, black in terms of, or knowledge in terms of, like, speed. It might have been too fast if they did that. It might have been too good. Probably would have been a little too good.
You know why I'm not on the dev team? Because I would just like be the guy like sitting there for red the entire time. Like, are we gonna do something for them? Can we like say fuck Saiyan and just do something for red?
I'm surprised that this, one thing about this master, I'm surprised that every attack still procs it too. I'm surprised they still kept the banish, and I'm surprised that every attack can make your opponent mill.
Go Tanks is going to be nutty in this.
Yeah, Gotenks is without a doubt.
You're not going to have a discard pile. Like,
Yeah, if you get to level 3 with Go Tanks, like that's it, you win. Their whole shit is broken.
dude, they're
Like,
just
banish everything.
I don't think so. I mean, he flies through anger onto 2, but you could lock him down on 2, and then on top of locking him down on 2.
But if he gets
you
to 3, just like say goodbye to your deck. That's
well, you
it.
stage lock him on 3. 2 through 4, you can stage lock.
It
him.
doesn't matter because you're adding hit mill 1, which is hit banish 1 to all of your attacks because all of your attacks are styled.
Yeah, and there's that. What's that new event?
So
where,
it's like you perform the attack, you banish one, and then it hits, and you banish another one plus whatever damage you did. And then the level 3 banishes their discard pile. The level 4 banishes their discard pile. And the pose, I think it's called, Saiyan pose.
Yeah, you run pose. Yeah.
Just like, oh, let me just gain 1,000 anger this combat from milling myself.
All you have to do, just to really just drive it home, is tag on strength test and just plow through their discard pile.
Yeah.
Mill 1, banish the bottom 10 of your discard pile. Okay.
Just like, oh, sorry, did you want to play this game? Because I'm just going to banish your entire everything.
At least with I'll say this before we get to the MPs. At least with Gotenks and Vegito, stage lock does hurt them quite a bit. So Deborah, Mistress Mastery,
I still don't think it's going to hurt them
beads.
much, dude.
Huh?
I still don't think stage lock is going to hurt Gotenks that much.
Depends on how you build him. I mean, he can still run a lot of the Saiyan physicals with anger, which will help.
Dude, all I'm saying is sword skill on level 1 with Saiyan Clash. It's auto level.
Boom, boom.
If it hits.
What was that Saiyan ally searcher card that does stages?
Overhead kick.
It's some evolution, yeah.
It's gotta be it only grabs Saiyan trait allies, which actually ghosts
Which are the
Saiyan
ghosts?
trait.
The ghosts are Saiyan trait.
Yeah, they're Saiyan infusion trait.
Dude, it's gonna be nutty. I'm telling you.
You have access to ways to search for them outside of his own named attack.
Well, at least they can only be used once per once a turn at least.
But if you use that, if you're stage locked, and you can use a ghost power and you have pose active, you're not going to be stage locked. You're just going to be able to level doing nothing.
I think you can use Saiyan reinforcements with Gotenks too, can't you? I think the parenthetical is the only 500,000 or less part where it gets you an attached card. So that card too, to be able to grab the ghosts and ramp Goten.
Dude, I just wish you searched drills so you could get muck drill and corruption. Yeah.
Yeah, this mastery is definitely. I think it's easily number 1 or 2 in the set.
I think it's the strongest.
I think this and energetic are the best. I'd throw manipulative after them. I'd almost say manipulative is on the same level as these two, but this one, with just the
I think enhanced is above the other two, and then energetic and manipulative are about the same.
This one is definitely very good. Just raw, Cell right off the bat with this is really good. Gotenks. Anybody with a lot of actions and attacks, honestly, is gonna love this. Bardock, if you can get Bardock to level 2, he's guaranteed level 3 with this mastery, which is huge.
It's gonna be good.
Broly.
I don't think Bardock's not good with this anymore.
Dude, there's just so many things. You could run with Gotenks, you could run Pret Ball with drive by, and there's so many ways that you can just do so much crazy shit.
Yeah, Prep Ball with drive by with this. Masterpiece.
Old anger.
Future Gohan, I think, is going to be really good with this one. I've been waiting for a Master Future Gohan with Saiyan that works pretty well. I mean,
besides Empowered, that shit was gross.
Yeah, Empowered Future Gohan is my favorite deck of all time, but with
then I hate you. That deck is disgusting.
With this mastery though, every one of his attacks, with him training attacks when he levels and stuff, being able to just keep making the mill every time.
You mean banish?
They're only gonna.
Whenever you perform an attack, your mastery is banishing. Is milling the cards. So it's a styled effect, so it's banishing.
Yeah, the mastery's still banishing. So you got that plus the.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah,
I don't know why they thought this was okay, and I hate it, and I refuse to play against it.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I would. I just did. So here we are.
I like him.
0 out of 5.
I like Ryan a lot.
Hate it.
0.
This mastery is. I think this is a 5.
I give it a 4. I'm not going to give anything a 5. I'll
Maybe
give
I
it
shouldn't
a
give it a
4.
5. This is the same. Like this and energetic for me are like damn near perfect. Like if they had one more effect, they're straight out OP. I still think this is like
I think this one is OP.
It shouldn't banish. Why is it banishing?
Agreed.
Why-
0 out of 5.
yeah.
Would not smash.
I'm still in the camp that like I don't think it should banish every attack. I think if it was every style attack and it's still banished, I'd be fine with it.
No, if you had to banish the top of your life deck to destroy 2 of theirs or whatever, fine. That's fine because that's not uncommon.
If you both had to banish, even
Yeah, I would still hate that, but yeah. If it was banish for a banish.
I think the biggest thing though is like while it looks really great and all, like there's not a lot of anger on this mastery, like outright. Like the MPs that are going to work best with it, we've mentioned, are people that have auto levelers or a crap load of anger built on their stack already. So with that in mind, like yeah, like this is always going to be really strong, but I think like most of like the big power that Saiyan has is coming from leveling, and like this just does not give you levels.
Unless you're a fusion MP and you have pose.
Yeah, there's that, but those MPs are already like arguably better in like rampaging if you're gonna go for anger. They're gonna level faster.
I think Gotenks is out of control insane in this.
Yep.
Yeah, Gotenks is nuts. I don't know about OP yet, but because I haven't played against the deck personally, but on paper thinking about it, I'm like, holy shit! Like pose 1 to 4 is super easy with 2 cards. Like you can 1 to 4 with pose in your hand.
I don't think it'll be OP because I think anger decks will be able to beat it. I mean, Saiyan's got a lot of good anger lowering cards, but I mean, if you're going to go full bore, like I'm banishing your life deck, you got to run a lot of tech cards that don't lower anger.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think this is gonna kill slow decks. This
Yes.
is gonna kill. Like this is meant to destroy Supreme Kais and like control, and that's what it does. But like fast decks like MPPV and fast beats don't give a fuck. Like they're gonna be ripping through way faster. They level faster. They hit harder. They have modifiers.
You're going to be relying on your mill to try and mill them to death.
Yeah, like this is still real amazing mastery, and I think the banish is maybe still too strong.
So, as a Dragon Ball player, I don't think this mastery hurts Dragon Ball decks. Yeah, the banishing sucks, but it's not can't banish Dragon Ball. And the idea that you're milling me is fine because I'd rather take as minimum amount of damage. I want to thin my deck out as best I possibly can. When I'm playing a Dragon Ball deck and you enter on me, I have 2 blocks. I'm probably not even going to use both of them because I want you to beat my face in so I can draw into my balls and do better with a thinner deck. So this deck banishing my shit, yeah, it's fucking annoying because you're probably going to banish some key cards like bribes and whatnot, but beating my deck down as well as milling me, I mean, that sounds like you're more helping a Dragon Ball deck than anything else. This deck would probably destroy like a, Vengeance Roshi deck. Yeah, it'd probably fuck with them because, they're just turtling their way around. You're doing what they do differently. You're attacking while milling and banishing. I think Dragon Ball decks against the same enhanced mastery, if they're fighting, if it's not trying to MPPV, they're just trying to mill them out. I think Dragon Ball decks probably have the edge.
It's true.
Well, that's my personal opinion.
Like
that's the I play.
I think, like Josh and you both said, Dragon Ball and PPV, I don't think will have an issue. Even fast beats, I don't think are really going to care about this mastery. But anything mid tempo and slow is going to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think the mastery. If you look at the mastery, not in a way an attack, you may destroy it. I think if you could, playing cells and Bardocks being controlled, it might actually be a better route with it. Just to make sure you may only get 1 or 2 attacks, which is equal to 1 or 2 banishing. But I mean, that can go a long way, right? Especially if you're still stopping them from dishing out damage to you. You're rejuvenating your styled attacks and your blocks. You just get pile. I mean, it's a turtle game in my opinion with say enhanced. Before it was fucking even more ridiculous, but now it's just.
So with how enhanced is worded, it says you may banish them instead if they're not a Dval. Like, does that still get modified by Cell Junior and Tora, or no? If you banish them,
it should.
Is it banished instead?
They say you may banish them instead.
Then no.
So there's another nerf. Like before, it used to work. Like I thought you could like banish them.
I'm pretty sure it said instead before too.
I threw up my mouth.
By the way, there's another thing to consider is like if you're actually doing the banish, like Tor and Cell Junior don't work. So it's still like at most you're gonna be banishing one.
Well, you still have their innate abilities to start banish or to start destroying cards. You know, that's what
Yeah,
I'm getting
I
at.
still think so. Cell will still be good with it.
Yeah, no, the people are the
One
people
thing
that
that Saiyan has that I admire about Saiyan is that it's tech cards. There's certain tech cards it has that just shine better than any other style's tech card. You know what I'm saying? So you play those certain tech cards to keep you in the game. You play the overhead. You play the key burst. You play the domination. You play these cards to stop your opponent from getting an edge over you while you slowly dwindle them down. You still play Ball 7. You still play Bardock. You still play Cell. Still play those guys for what they do. But I think you're still going to get that. And now your Mastery is just giving a slightly different edge to it. It's not overpowered, but you can still play them. I think it's still just as good. You throw your one attack a turn, whatever. You throw that